It is fair to say that the trouser department here at Urban Rider is about 95% riding jeans and then a few percent rain trousers and a few percent leathers. And there's not much else really on offer. We seem to have quite a fixation on the idea that you need to be able to wear stuff on the bike and off it. And that's not always the case. Sometimes we are, as Urban Riders, quite happy to have stuff that's just bike gear. And when you're riding every day in really horrible wet and cold weather throughout the winter, more often than not, you're quite happy with something that just does the job on the bike that you change when you get to where you're going. And for that reason, it's with great pleasure that we introduce the Merlin Lombard wax trousers. This is a wonderful looking, highly technically accomplished and very, very nice fitting and feeling garment at I think quite a reasonable price too, from a brand that you guys absolutely love. So this comes in at $249.98 and this is a double ACE approved garment and it packs tons of features to it. There are two colours available, they're in stock and available now. Here we have the what they call olive, but it's kind of browny, greeny, somewhere in between the two, and we have a straight up black as well. Both of them look wonderful. Sizing is absolutely true to the size guide, so they're done in small, medium, large. Medium should be a 32 and a 33-inch waist. As someone who is that, it fits spot on. And you've got about a 33-inch leg as well. Bear in mind, this is going to be used predominantly probably with boots because it's going to be used in bad weather. So therefore, you don't necessarily need quite the amount of length you would if you were riding in motorcycle trainers. So I think that they're perfect as they are, really nicely finished and executed. Included at the price as well, you get a full set of hip and knee level 1C approved D30 Ghost armor. This is probably the most famous armor out there. It's soft and malleable, it locks together on impact, and it has a honeycomb-like structure to it as well, aiding airflow, keeping it lightweight, basically doing as good a job as it can. These are also lined with Outlast thermal insulation. It's not a removable liner, it simply exists in certain elements where you're going to need it, such as on the tops of the trouser to take some of the wind chill off as you go along. It insulates really, really nicely and it's a great weight too, so it's not too thick. As far as liners go, it's surprisingly efficient despite actually not being very chunky, which minimises the overall feel of the trousers whilst maximising the effectiveness of the job at hand with regards to insulation. The outer fabric is remarkable. It's something that Merlin have used over the last season or two. It's called Cotec and they developed it in conjunction with Halley Stevensons, one of the most renowned wax cotton manufacturers in the UK, who have been plying their trade for over 150 years. Cotec is basically cotton, the wax itself, the wax cotton, blended with a nylon hard-wearing fabric, which gives it this abrasion resistance that enables a garment that is essentially cotton in name to still achieve AA-C approval status in terms of impact and abrasion resistance. And that really is quite remarkable. So these trousers not only look fantastic, they really do the job as well. So basically the full complement of boxes ticked, and when you include the fact this has a Reissa Active waterproof and breathable membrane, which is pretty much, in our experience, second only to Gore-Tex in terms of the performance of both breathability and waterproofing stats, this is a garment that really will take on the worst weather whilst keeping you comfortable, and I think it looks really good as well because there is a massive range of textile trousers out there for commuters and people going touring, and I'm not really a fan of the vast majority of it in all honesty because it just looks so dull and boring, which is why I'd rather have a technical jean or something like that. But a Lombard trouser like this is something that really appeals to me, and we've already had guys in the office say that they think they're going to get a pair because they're just so good at what they do and they kind of bridge that gap between something that's technical but something that looks really nice as well from a brand that know how to do both. As you'll notice, you've got a few other features such as the waterproof AquaGuard YKK zippers, which are horizontally accessed on the pocket here. Quite often, amazingly, you see trousers that are designed to be waterproof without a waterproof zip, where all the water simply funnels in straight through the pocket, which is really silly. You do have the ability to remove the D30 armour. This stuff is so flat and streamlined that you wouldn't even know it was there. It is fitted right now to the mannequin and you can probably not really tell too much that it's in there, and also it's fitted to the hips as well. And the thing I like about it as a hip armor is it doesn't give you womanly hips, which again a lot of the hip armor does. It really bulks it out, and I don't think this looks bad at all with the hip armor in it, which is great because otherwise I'd be taking it out, and frankly it's better to be safe, isn't it? So it's keeping it in and looking good. You've also got this zipper on top of the belt section, which means you can zip it up and create a one-piece effect with some of the compatible Merlin jackets from their range. You've got the rib section on the top of the seat of the pants area and also across the knee, which is great. It looks good as well. I really like that kind of moto styling on something like this. As you see, you've got reinforcement layers with the double stitching on the seat of the pants too. And you've also got the standard set of pockets on the front. You have this little cross clip just at the top of the waist section, again a good feature. The prototype of this actually just had a popper, which if you sat down on the bike popped open. So we told them to amend that, and they did, which is the great thing about Merlin. These guys really listen. They're so passionate and keen, and they always want to work with people like ourselves to bring you guys the best products they can. So we're really big fans, and we think that this is a trouser that is very much up our street, and we hope you like it too. So let us know your thoughts, comments and feedback in the section below, and if you've got any other questions at all about the Lombard trousers, do leave that there and we'll get back to you shortly. And stay tuned, of course, for more video reviews of the world's finest riding gear. Thank you for watching. We'll see you again soon. Goodbye.